Welcome to Mending Threads, your safe place and your stronghold to whole body wellness. I want to welcome you this morning, and we have something that's most important to talk about during these difficult times. And please recognize that we're all in different places today to bring this show to you, such a meaningful experience. We're going to be talking about food today, and we're going to be looking at the COVID 19 and as well as our life experiences and the impact that food has on that. So I wanted to first say that it is so important to discuss food. We're omitting, when we're looking at stress and trauma, the importance of food in our survival, coping, and thriving. We now know that the immune system is what is so critical right now, the stamina that we have and how we process air information to our whole body about what we're going to do comes through one thread in terms of food. And so today we're going to look at not only food preparation, but we're going to look at the type of foods that we have. It shows that about 85% of what we do every day is controlled by the food that we take in and how that impacts the immune system. So if you find that you have a headache, if you find that you have a stomach ache, just think about what you're experiencing. If you're in a deep situation of any type of stressful encounters, you know that you're going to have some changes in the gastric fluid, and you're going to notice it in your intestine. You'll probably find a discomfort in your back and in your stomach, your eyes, and your head. So those kinds of things. Also, we don't take in enough oxygen. So we're not breathing, we're not processing our foods as we eat. Some of us are just rushing the food down. So today we're going to just talk about a food prep program and how to look at the types of foods that we eat during this stressful period. We have with us today our chef Shirley Kelly, who's been with us, the Women's Resource Center, Imani Faith Health, for about 15 years, I think. And I know that her food is excellent because, of course, I've tried it. And now I have lost 9 more pounds on her food, and she will be in our building real soon. And I think that I'll be well on my way to my whole body wellness. So I want to welcome Chef Kelly to us from with the cuisine, with the Soulstice cuisine, to prepare her dish for us. And if you have any questions at the end of the show, please look up wrc-houston.com, and we should have the posted recipes on the show for you. So Chef Kelly, welcome to us this morning. I'd like to welcome you. Good morning. Welcome to Mending Threads. How are you, Chef Kelly? Welcome to Mending Threads, our safe place and stronghold to whole body wellness. And we've been discussing mental health and stress management and trauma. And we know that all of the research has shown, and we've discussed how food, the importance of food in terms of our mental health and our whole body wellness. So I want to welcome you from Soulstice Cuisine to come in and talk with us. And I know that you've been our chef for many, many years. And you really have a good history and background. And I understand that you're also in public health, that your master's is in public health, yes, as well as nutrition, and you're in nutrition. Well, thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
So what do you have in store for us?
You know, I'm preparing an excellent side dish that consists of red quinoa, baby leaf spinach, and the other ingredients. But the main ingredients is the quinoa and the spinach.
Okay.
Of course. Uh-huh.
No, I was just trying to explain to us about those ingredients and how you chose them.
Yeah. Because initially the recipe required rice, but I thought quinoa would be an excellent replacement because of the fact that quinoa is full of minerals. It has 7 essential minerals that is excellent for the body. Okay, it has a lot of immune oxidant properties. And it's just tastes good. It tastes excellent.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the other thing is, did you maybe sometime you could talk to us about the parameters or what kind of minerals and what it does for our body while you're preparing it? Mhm.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so can we see what we're gonna have, what you're gonna put together there?
Okay, so we have here the quinoa. Okay, it's the red quinoa. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have the baby leaf spinach, which I'm gonna, saute. We have the other ingredients is red onions. I love red onions because it has a sweeter taste. Okay, we have the yellow bell peppers, which
Mm-hmm.
is full of B vitamins. So the other ingredients is parsley. We have a little bit of red pepper. I love heat, just a little bit of heat. We have garlic,
Mm-hmm.
okay, chopped fresh garlic. I
Mm-hmm.
love fresh garlic, which is best when you cook it. And we have some curry. So
Okay.
this is going to be a spinach quinoa curry.
Okay.
Um, Also, we have the pink Himalayan pink salt,
Mm-hmm.
which is an excellent salt, and then we have just pepper. So
Oh,
those are the ingredients for this dish.
okay, you're gonna tell us while you're preparing about how much you have. I know you got these little secrets, like how I want you to tell us all some of your little secrets at least as you're putting it in your dish.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna I'm gonna transfer over here
Okay.
to the stove.
Okay.
Hopefully we can manage this.
Okay.
Okay. Can you see the stove here?
Yes. I sort of just a little bit more over. Yes, right there. Yes. Yes, I can see
Okay.
that. Thank you. And we're having to do all of this in different places now. So I'm glad that you're allowing us in your kitchen to do this.
All righty. Okay. So hold on.
Yes.
Gonna have to get this in here, right?
That's great. You had it right. That's great. Thank you.
But see, the thing is, it's not going to stay. Hold on. Okay, you're not there. Okay, here we go.
I can see your pan. Hmm.
I know, but it's leaning. It's not staying. Oh my goodness. See, this is the problem here. Okay, and you can't see my pan. Hold on.
Hmm. Okay.
You you can't see my pan.
Just a little bit down. You had it perfect. Just
Okay,
back.
hold on. Let me turn it here.
Right there. Mm.
Can you see it a little?
A little bit, yes. Mhm.
Okay. This is going to have to be edited. Okay, so let me get all the ingredients over here.
Mhm.
Okay, like I said, this is an excellent dish. Let me get all of my stuff out.
Mhm. So do you have to heat the pan first?
Um, Just slightly. It's gonna heat up really quick. I'm putting a little bit of olive oil in the pan.
Is that a cast iron pan?
Yes, it is. Cast iron is the best to cook in. It really cooks the food a lot better.
Okay.
Okay. So my first ingredient. Hold on. I have my little spoon here. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay. So the first ingredient is the onion.
Okay.
We're gonna put the onion in there.
Did you have any oil in there or what?
Yes, like I said, this is olive oil. I put a little bit of olive oil in here, about maybe 2 tablespoons. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So it's how much olive? How much? What was the amount of?
About 2 tablespoons of olive oil.
Okay, then. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put the yellow bell peppers in there. You're gonna saute that.
I almost can smell it. Mm-hmm.
Can you hear the sizzle?
I wished I was there.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna let this kind of saute down a little bit. I'm just gonna, just put everything in there. And while that's cooking, I'm gonna present the dish. Okay.
Okay, then. I do remember, and I do know that what you're doing is very helpful. I wanted to know how you think, and when the doctor comes on, we're going to really query this on the end of the month. But I do remember when my husband was ill, and you prepared all this food for him. How the doctors at Baylor Hospital was just surprised over a period of time of his recovery, you see, because of the food. So I know that this is a real important thing to do for the cell.
Yes, it's very important to put foods that are high in alkaline.
Yes.
To the system. Because foods that are high in alkaline, it heals the cells of the body. They have great antioxidant properties. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put the spinach in and let it kind of cook down a little bit. And spinach, although sometimes, a lot of times you may have a lot of it, when it starts to cook, it just wilts down to little or nothing. Can you hear the sizzle?
Yes, I can. I can hear the sizzle. And is it a reason why you're using a wooden spoon instead of a metal spoon?
Yes. A wooden spoon is it's more natural. You know, you're not getting a lot of metal into your food. You know, when you use a metal spoon or whatever, a lot of times you get that metal into your food, and that's not good.
So you mentioned that you were using a cast iron pot, and I remembered something you said during one other demonstration is that the metal in the pan itself was helpful to the body. The iron in the cast iron skillet was helpful to the body, and also not to wash your cast iron pot in soap.
Okay. Yeah, it's like I said, it's much more natural to use natural cast iron. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and put the quinoa in. But this is more like a stir fry because what I do is I pre-cook the quinoa for about 15 minutes. Drain it, okay, and it's ready. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put the olives. I'm sorry, not the olives. The garlic, parsley,
Mm-hmm.
and the curry. The curry
That's what
gives it
get
that
the.
good flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and just a little bit of broth to kind of moisten it a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and just a little bit of heat. And we're just gonna wind it up with some Himalayan sea salt.
Is it any reason that you chose that particular salt?
Yes, Himalayan sea salt. It's a natural sea salt. Also, it's much better than regular salt because uh, quiet as it's kept, Himalayan sea salt actually lowers the blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it actually lowers it versus regular salt raises the blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So it's much better to use Himalayan sea salt. And we're just using a little bit of pepper here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is it.
So I wanted to, while you were preparing the dish, so I wanted to ask, it seems that I visited Sunshine Shop. It seems that they had something like that, but they had nuts in there, or
And yes, you can put nuts in
and then
because nuts, has a lot of protein. It's
yeah.
a good replacement for meat.
Mm-hmm.
And quinoa also has a lot of protein in it, as
Right.
well as the mineral.
So is it any way, say for instance, if I didn't want to stir fry, could I take that same dish and make it raw, or
Yes.
make okay?
Well, actually, the quinoa has to be cooked. It has to be cooked, but everything else can be raw. You can use raw spinach,
Yes.
the raw bales, which is much better because, of course, raw foods it contribute to the body metabolism. It
How,
helps
what
the
do
body
you
metabolize,
how do you mean? What do you mean?
a lot of.
Food.
Okay, so your body, when you eat raw foods, your body is better able to break down your carbs, your proteins, your fats. It's able to break that down. So that's why a lot of people, they when they prepare their meal, they have like a raw dish, at the very beginning. So they eat the raw first,
Yes.
and they eat the rest of it.
Yes.
What it's doing is that raw ingredient is helping to break down the foods in the digestive system, so that you can eliminate them, so that
Right.
you don't hold on to those uh, bad
And things.
ingredients.
So I even, is this true? So in other words, what you're saying is that when they bring you the salad first, when you're eating the raw foods, that's
Mm-hmm.
actually getting your system ready for the food to help.
It's getting the system ready for the food,
Mm-hmm.
so that when you actually put the other food in there, that raw is going to help break down,
Process it. Mm-hmm.
process the food in the digestive system.
And the enzymes and all to
And the
digest.
enzymes, exactly.
Uh-huh. Oh, this is good. So
exactly.
now you can take that same dish then. What could I do with that dish if I needed to have a main dish like a casserole? Could I take that and put maybe mushroom? What could I do with it?
Yes, you can. You could put, like I said, you could add whatever you want, whatever other ingredient you want. to the dish. In fact, you can, if you want chicken or something like that, you
Mm-hmm.
can chop chicken in there,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe a seafood item.
Okay, that's good. And then I could stick it in the now what would I put in there to make
Hold
it?
on 1 second. Hold on. Okay. So were you able to see the dish?
Yes.
Okay. Mhm.
And so
So what were you saying?
what would I serve with that? And uh
Like
mhm.
you could a good side dish is another vegetable. Okay. Um, a, a sweet potato side dish.
Mhm.
I mean, the list is endless.
To
Endless. You
balance,
could,
balance out the nutrients that we have. So a sweet potato would be good in terms of digestion with that. And
well, yeah,
and
sweet potato side dish.
mhm.
A good vegetable dish. Or you could, another casserole.
Okay then.
Or you know what? And then you could just put another raw dish, a raw dish on the side.
That's right.
Like a good raw uh, salad, a
Uh-huh.
good raw side. So you would have, and then, as I said, if you want to add another meat to it, you could like add a chicken, okay, and then use put a salad on the side
Mhm. Mhm.
that way.
Okay. So so what wine would I have with this? I'm trying to I'm,
You know, I there was I went to a little wine, I guess you could call it winery, and they would always tell me uh, when you're eating. Of course, I'm not an advocate of red meat, but when you're eating a red meat, you drink red wine. If you're eating like a fish or a chicken dish,
yes.
uh, then you use white wine.
Yes.
But see, I do the opposite a lot of times because I don't eat beef and pork.
Yes.
So whenever I prepare a meat dish, I just get a glass of red wine if I want. If I
Yes.
want. So
Yes.
a glass of red wine, uh, which is better for the body. You
Yes.
know, a
Yes.
good
Yes.
red, a
Yes.
good Merlot, or
Yes.
you know
Mhm.
that kind of thing, or
So it looks
Cabernet.
like we got a really nice meal here. So now we have that. And we could probably have our sliced cucumbers and tomatoes
Yeah, the
on the
cucumber.
right, and we have our
Mhm.
sweet potatoes that sauteed maybe with something there,
Just a
right, and
little
our
bit.
little wine and whatever. So we're ready for our
You're
meal.
ready. You're
Yes.
ready.
Yeah. So can we talk today? Can we just talk a little bit about begin to look at mood foods and mental health and just talk from
Yeah.
your nutritional background and because we're looking at and I want to thank you for preparing this meal for us today. And I really wished you were here so I could taste it. I do remember the last
It's
one.
really good. It's really good.
I
It's an
know.
excellent dish.
Maybe we could get you to ship some of us ship some through DoorDash or something over here, uh,
Hey, yeah.
so we could taste it today. That would be nice. So we
Oh, you know what? But hopefully whew, by the end of this month, we will be into our new site,
oh grand
which is
grand
going to be
I know.
there at 2626
Yes,
Suite 101.
yes.
So, I'm excited about that.
Well, I am because it's gonna be in my building. And I know that I will not have to suffer for a good healthy meal anymore. You know.
Exactly.
So, and then you'll be teaching us how to do it. Also, I want to remind our guests that are watching that Mending Threads is with the Women's Resource Center, the Imani Faith Health Initiative. And all of the churches and organizations with us will be able to come, and once you sign up for the program, you will be able to get a discount on these healthy meals
Exactly.
that are going to be right here. So we do want you to go on our website, wrc-houston.com, and sign up. And we're going to look forward to the whole body wellness. But I do want to talk about, we've been in this, I don't like to give it a name, so I'm going to say COVID-19.
Yeah.
I don't want to name it because I don't want to give it all that power.
Yes.
We're talking about this, but it's affecting young people, teens, as well. And I'm hearing all of this, and people have forgotten that food is so important to our stress level and how we're handling trauma and what's going on. So I thought maybe you and I could discuss that while you're in your kitchen. What kinds of things, when we look at food, what could we begin to look at in terms of our mood and self-control?
Right. And I'm a very heavy advocate of just staying out of the fast food restaurants. Because you're eating that fast food, and a lot of the ingredients it's just chemicals. So chemicals, has a very negative impact on the body. It has a very negative impact on the mind. Because if you're eating a lot of that processed food, it contributes to your state of mind.
Yes.
It creates a problem because you got all those chemicals. And of course, the chemicals of not only your body, it's going to affect your mind as well.
Right.
So I try to tell people to just stay out of the fast food restaurants. Eat more raw vegetables, raw fruits and vegetables. Don't eat heavy late at night so that when you're sleeping, you're not, irritable. Your body's not fighting to digest food.
The American Psychological Association on last year had an article talking about the craving of fast food around stress and trauma, and that the body begins to want something psychologically because it has been addicted to the taste for fast food. And so therefore, in another realm, we begin to talk to ourselves and say, we think we deserve this. We earn this. And so there are a lot of
and that's the thing. That's the thing with these fast food restaurants. They have those, like I said, going back to the chemicals. Chemicals in that fast food is going to addict you right away.
Yes.
But you're going to crave that
more and more.
More and more and more. It's got you. So you're going to crave it. So, and I think that's part of the problem.
So what can we do? Now, one of the things that it suggested, and I know that we can do, is we can begin to rethink food itself. We could begin to think what food is for. We could meditate about it. And
I think this is part of the initiative that we have going, Dr. Lewis. We want to educate our family on foods that are going to help you feel better, foods that are going to help you function better.
Yes.
Mind, body, spirit.
Yes, yes. And so one of the things with whole body wellness is that we generally think of everything separate. So when you think of mental health, people think of your mind and whatever. And when we think of physical health, they think of movement and whatever. But they don't even think of how things resonate with your spirit and your mood and your feelings and those things. But it's all really connected. It's really all connected. And so that's one of the reasons why we're hoping that everybody could hear whole body wellness has, and the attitude that we have about it comes from all the little tags that we're hanging on our mind and our thoughts about what the food is. And I have to admit that when I was younger, I had no idea. No one was talking to me like we're talking with the young people and families about how this relates to your thinking, your intellect, and how you're actually killing your future when you
Exactly.
actually use certain foods, and why you're
Exactly.
angry, be how grease and oils relate to, and sugar relate to anger and mental retardation and stress. And so we're going to be talking about that a little bit more. But is it anything in the kitchen that we could use to? I know we're going to be talking about other products in the kitchen, for our health, our skin, and stuff in the future. But is it
Mhm.
anything that we could remove from our kitchen,
Oh
bring
my goodness.
bring uh, bring into our kitchen that would help us calm ourselves?
Okay. So, okay, I'm going to say this first. 90% of the food that's in the grocery stores is processed.
Hmm.
90%. Only 10% is really healthy for the body. So, I would tell a person, although it may be hard, very hard to do, is to move away from the processed foods. Move away from those foods that have, the ingredients, names that you can't even pronounce, names that, you don't know what it is. Aluminum this, blah, blah, blah. Um, and you want to add gradually, you want to start adding like a good avocado dish or fresh fruit. Start, like starting out, maybe start munching on grapes versus candy, which is, has the same basic sweetness, but grapes
Hmm.
is much more nutritious.
Yes.
So grapes, and you'll be surprised at how much better you start to feel when you start moving those processed foods out of your diet and then replacing them with more nutritious foods. Okay.
Hmm.
So, and then you could, start incorporating eating your food, your heavy meals in the daytime. And then in the evenings, you eat a light salad or something, something, really light, maybe a light sauteed fish with the
Yeah.
salad,
Mhm.
something like that. So your body is not as taxed uh, in the evening when you get ready to go to bed.
Yes.
So, those things, I think, if you start to replace those processed foods with, more nutritious foods, um, they'll help tremendously.
Oh,
Help you
next month, can we really get into some foods together around mental health and around whatever? Because I know that I have quite a few patients who come in
And
with,
this dish here, that I prepared, that
right,
quinoa.
that's
I
right.
mean, it's more, it's a superfood really,
Mhm.
because it has so many positive benefits to the body.
Mhm.
So if
Mhm.
you can like replace the rice with the quinoa,
Mhm.
because rice is, I'm sorry, quinoa is a more nutritious dish, and it's also a grain,
Mhm.
just as well as rice. So yeah.
Mhm. So I was doing some reading, and it was saying that greens and spinach and whatever, if the person comes in with symptoms of depression or whatever, you want to give them something that's super in green, spinach, and those areas that you mentioned there. And that if the person came in with anxiety and whatever, you wanted to make sure that they took out all of the sugar for certain.
Sugar
And
in the diet.
yeah.
Also, I want to stress too, and I think we talked about this before. To in this time of crisis, with the COVID, you know, uh, it's not good to eat a lot of meat, because meat. also contributes to anxiety in the system. A lot of people are not aware of that.
Mhm.
If you go sit down and eat a big steak, and you're eating a lot of times the anxiety of that, that animal.
I was getting ready to.
When you digest it, you're gonna also, raise your anxiety. Now okay, so you're already stressed, and then you eat a steak. It's gonna increase that stress level
Right.
and increase that anxiety.
Right.
So, I would tell anybody who's struggling with that kind of, with anxiety and all that, reduce your meat intake and you'll be surprised. Reduce your meat intake, start eating those fresh fruits, vegetables, those smoothies,
Mhm.
so that's one of the things that's going to be on the menu when we open up.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing smoothies.
Yes.
So, nice veggie smoothie or nice fruit
Yes.
smoothie with a lot of good ingredients in there. It's going to help tremendously. It's
Yes.
going to help tremendously, because that the ingredients in those, in the smoothies and the fresh fruits and vegetables, it's going to increase those endorphins in the brain, and
Right.
it's going to put you in a better mood. It's
That's
going
right.
to put you in
That's
a better mood.
that's
So yes,
right.
we gotta get that out. We gotta stress that.
So we're gonna so I know that we're gonna have the recipe that you just the dish that made. We're gonna have the recipe posted. It's gonna also be on our website at wrc-houston.com. And then they will have a special invite. And we'll announce the opening and they'll have a special invite for the opening. And also we're asking people to sign up to be our guests and visitors on our website to not only get their coupons, but also to frequently hear your cooking show. And so we're hoping next month we could really begin to talk about specifics of how it
Right.
is.
So one and
Mhm.
yeah, so we're gonna start out, again, going back to this problem that we're having here,
Yeah,
uh, with this virus. We're gonna be dealing with foods that will boost the immune
immune
system,
system. That's right. That's what I'm talking about.
because we need that more, with this virus. We
Yeah.
need to have our immune system functioning at top at top rate. And we need that.
And this is going to be, we're going to be talking tonight about teens, and we'll be talking about our young chef program that you initiated here at the Women's Resource Center, the Imani Faith Health Initiative, and how young people are actually learning how to take care of their bodies and their minds through preparing foods and becoming young chefs. I want to thank you for being with us today, Chef Kelly, and with the Soulstice cuisine, and we're going to learn more about it. And we know that we'll see you every month, and we'll be ready to go. Okay, then, and I'm looking forward to my DoorDash.
Oh yeah, DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats.
Yes, yes, ma'am. We'll be on. So thank you again for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you next month.
All right.
Thank you for being with us today. And I hope you enjoyed that wonderful meal. And I'm sure hoping she's going to send it to me DoorDash. I could almost smell it while she was preparing it. But you will have the recipe on the website, and it will also be posted today so that you can try it out. So I want to say that we hope the show lived up to our theme: renew beliefs, rebuild faith, and reconnect families and communities. For it is not the circumstances that we meet, it is the manner in which we respond that determines health, happiness, and success. Thank you, and I look forward to hearing from you.